Is the 1% down loan really a good program? Is it just another flashy headline? I see it making the rounds again on social media, YouTube. So let's look at this very, very quickly. We're going to look at the 1% down program. I'm going to do this in less than 60 seconds because I think that I watched a 20-minute video and I thought way too much detail for what you want to know. And more importantly, I want you to watch till the end how we're using it, and you should be using it too to start generating more buyers. So I'm going to put up on the screen first all the main key guidelines for the conventional 1% down program. Feel free to take a screenshot. It's kind of overkill as far as the amount of information that you would need to know, but I compiled really one complete list of everything that you would want to know. Now we're going to focus on these guidelines here, which are the ones that matter. So on this program, it's only conventional, it's 3% down, the buyer's putting 1%, the grant, this is why I like this program the best, is 2%, and they don't have to pay that back. Unlike Hometown Heroes and the bond and a lot of other programs, you do end up with an actual loan for the down payment. This one gets forgiven right off the bat. So it's a very, very good program, 1% out of the borrower's pocket. A couple things, it must be a primary residence, single family, condo, or townhome only. We're going to come back to the 80% of median income. The buyer cannot get a gift for the 1%, right? Or I should say they can get a gift, but they can't borrow the money for the 1% like off a credit card or something, right? They can get it from a 401k IRA. And this is not an FHA, USDA, or other non-QM loans. This is a conventional loan with 1% down. Now, as far as the area median income goes, I pulled up Oviedo. I can send you the link. I'll put it in the description if you're watching on YouTube for where each county that you can pull up for each city. So for Oviedo, it's for every county or every area, it's going to be 80% of the area median income. So in our market, it's $78,480, which just means that the buyer is going to have to have their income under $78,400 annually to be able to qualify. And it's up to $7,000 for that 2%. So it is a good program. I did give you all the details if you did the screenshot in the beginning and you go back and watch this video. So the goal is for me to give you every piece of information. That's really what a loan officer is for, right? Is to go all through all the guidelines and make sure they qualify. But under area median income, primary residence, buyer pays 1%, 2% is a grant. Now, how would I be using this program? That's really why I want to put this video out, is because I think people miss the boat on these loan programs, Hometown Heroes. So one thing you could do is you could post about it on social media, and I see people doing that. I'm going to say that is the least effective of all the options. It does cast a large net, but you're competing with a lot of other boats that are also casting that net. And I find you can do a lot of social media. Unless you're doing a lot of it and spend a lot of money, you're not getting really good leads. And even the ones you get, they're not the best either. But would I do social media? Yeah, I probably would add that into the mix. Second, I would text. Here's an example of a text that you could send out. You know, hey client, there's a program where buyers can get into a home with just 1% down and the rest is covered with no repayment required. Are you available to speak for a few minutes? You want to have a call to action. And so be doing this where you can actually make phone calls and text. I like mass texting this, right, to a large group of buyers. Great way to send to your B and C buyers that maybe you haven't talked in a while. And then if you're looking for the number one way to use this program is take your buyers, call them and ask them about the program or ask them if they're interested in the program. And here's the key. If you have a buyer that's not pre-approved, use this, hopefully with me, but use this to get them to take the first step to get pre-approved. And I would say, I'm not going to send you a lender's contact information. I would say I'm going to have someone that I trust, that knows the program really, really well, to reach out and give you a call. The goal of this is to get more business. Maybe they can't do the 1% program. Maybe they're doing Hometown Heroes. Maybe they do the bond or something different. Really, you don't care about that part. You care about them taking the next step. So what is the next step for me? If you need a great place to do meetings, you want to do some social media together, you're looking to get some training, or you just are like, hey, I need a lender that actually follows up, communicates well, has no drama, no lender fees, and is easy for my buyers to work with, reach out to me. I'd love to help. And if you have more info or more questions on the 1% down program, anything else, reach out to me. All my contact information is on the screen. I'll put it in the description. This is Rayce Robinson, your favorite Florida mortgage broker. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.